More bounce, more energy, and more air. Every step and every move, every moment, elevated. This isn't just cushioning, this is Air Max. What's popping, beautiful people of YOMZANSI? It's your boy, Everything Taylor Made, and you already know what's going on. I'm super geeked and excited to be introducing the Air Max DN8. We're talking about Nike's next chapter to dynamic air. For the first time ever, Nike Air Max actually extends the Nike DN8's air technology to the full length of the foot, creating a new expression of what it feels like to walk on air. And I mean, according to studies, and doing research on Nike.com, Nike designers were actually looking to design more of like a silhouette that was actually comfortable for your everyday wear. And they were actually taking a look at their classic designs to see what actually makes the shoe so comfortable and actually so good that you could actually wear the shoe for the whole day. And Nike experts actually came up with the Air Max DN8. People, we're talking about a silhouette that actually does deliver a great amount of air technology and great cushioning. This is your everyday perfect shoe, and it's definitely comfortable for your everyday activities. And people tend to actually want to indulge in like more of like their running activities when they're actually wearing the sneaker. But when you're looking at this shoe, there's actually a 4-pack system in the back and a 4-pack system in the front of the shoe to evenly distribute air across the shoe, making it comfortable for your everyday wear. The silhouette's 2 air units and 8 tubes create a sustained pressurized flow from the heel to the forefoot, creating a new expression of what it actually feels like to walk on air. And it also creates unreal cushioning, motion, and sensation. And then when we're actually chopping it up about the upper of the shoe, I personally just feel like this silhouette here actually mimics the MX 96. I'm not sure if you could pretty much see with the design of the upper of the shoe, but I still think it's such an extremely incredible shoe. And also just the design itself just seems to be a bit sleek, a bit timeless, and a bit beautiful, like in my personal opinion, because it's made from mesh, which is found on the sides of the shoe. And then when you look at the upper of the shoe, it seems as if it was actually molded and put together with more of like a finer material to actually make the shoe more durable and actually more comfort, because I'm seeing a number of elevated materials here that actually give more of like a premium feel and also a standout quality. Now, jumping onto the upper of the shoe and also talking about the tongue of the shoe. I personally, this one here, the tongue actually does mimic like an Air Max 95. I'm not sure if you guys have actually seen what the tongue of the Air Max 95 looks like, but I think this was actually taken from there. And now, jumping onto the outsole of the shoe. I just personally feel like this outsole of the shoe is pretty much cool. I mean, it has more of like a wave-like structure, which actually complements the dynamic air technology of the shoe. And also, if you look closely, you'd actually notice that the silhouette actually just seems to be inspired more about the Air Max 95, because if you look at the design over here, it actually kind of mimics the PSI system that's actually found in the Air Max 95, in which I think it's really interesting. And also, if you look closely, you'll notice there's about a number of 8 dots. I mean, when I was actually doing my research on the shoe, I actually thought the DN8 was actually resembling more of like DNA, but when you count, you'd actually realize there's about like 8 dots, and that actually resembles the number of tubes that are actually found in the shoe. And I just personally think this is such a hot take, I mean, for the year 2025. And actually just considering that the shoe itself is actually the flagship of Air Maxes that we've actually received in the year of 2025. I'm just kind of curious to actually know like what a lot of people actually think of the shoe, because it actually comes in like, I think 3 to 4 other colorways, because I know there's like this hot pink, there's also like the red and black, which you'd see over here. And then there's also a green colorway, which I'm actually itching to get my hands on. But you could actually let me know what you think about the shoe. Do you think this is a hot take for the year 2025? You let me know.